Welcome back to The Hidden Thought.
Releasing one from the prison of their own mind. Come in, unwind. Welcome to The Hidden Thought.
I see people like the table of elements. In the table of elements, you have some elements that have an excessive amount of protons, positive charges. You have some elements that have an excessive amount of electrons, the negative charges. They are far apart from each other. And as you come toward the middle of the table of elements, you have certain elements that are getting closer to a more equal balance of having electrons, protons, and neutrons. Now, I'm no scientist, I'm no chemist. But in life, we see this with people. We see people who are so positive that they ignore everything that's happening in the real world. And it's kind of dangerous to make them acknowledge what's going on in the real world because they're using all of their positive energy in effort to make positive things happen, which is good. But there's no balance there. Just the news of something happening in the real world can bring their spirits down. And then you have people with a maximum amount of electrons, negative charges. They are skeptical of everything, highly judgmental, extremely opinionated in a negative way. Nothing that anybody else does is ever any good. Everything sounds like it has to come through their approval in order for it to actually be legitimate. If you listen to them long enough, you will see that only their opinion really matters. And then you have the neutrons, that neutral charge, those people who have actually found balance between the negative and the positive. They are positive without being delusional, and they recognize the negativity without becoming negative. This is actually our quest through our journey, our trip here on earth, is to be those who find our balance. No one wants to be this negatively perceived person. No one wants to display what is perceived to be negative to other people. It's just that when we find ourselves in those ways, we either find a way to work our way back toward the middle and become a balanced person, or we simply have to have convictions in where we're standing right now. The negatively charged people full of electrons say, I don't care what nobody think about me. And that's one of the biggest lies that we've ever heard in life. Nobody cares what everybody thinks about them. But everybody cares what somebody thinks about them. Because everybody has somebody that they admire. So if the person that we admire admonishes us, we feel like we've arrived. Without having that person's acknowledgement, we sometimes stay on the search, stay on the quest to prove ourselves. There's nothing like getting an endorsement from somebody that we love, honor, and respect. Don't have to be a whole bunch of people, but there's someone for each one of us that we look at and say, man, I would really like to be like that person. On the other hand, those who are so happy-go-lucky that they become delusional, these become people that folks with the maximum amount of electrons use to the positive person's disadvantage. Positive people who have the maximum amount of protons and no balance, the maximum amount of positive charges, no balance, they often allow people with negative charges to use them. And they can see it happening, and they just have no defense for themselves. These people who are full of so much positive charges, who have no defense for self, no desire to defend self, these are the people who today's messages of self-love is actually for, not for the people that's full of electrons, full of the negative charges. But what happens is the people with the negative charges, they intercept the self-love message today, and they apply more self-love to their already selfish selves and just become more selfish. They become more convinced that them taking from people at the positive person's expense is actually the way that it is supposed to be. Because, hey, the positive person is not stopping them, right? So it must be the way that it's supposed to be. A positive person's, only defense is the neutral people. Someone out of the pack of neutral people always has to step out and defend the people with positive charges from the people with an excessive amount of negative charges. The self-love message today is not for everybody. But it's really tragic when that self-love message lands in the hands of the negatively charged. Kind people have to be taught to defend themselves in order for them to finally have some balance.
This is Heston Cleveland
and Ricardo Love,
and this is the Indie Hookup.
The Indie Hookup.
Hook me up, baby.
We got the hookup for you. For show now. The hookup on playlist. The hookup on radio. The hookup on internet radio. The hookup on interview. The hookup on college radio. The hookup on information you need. The Indie
Hookup.
Advertise on the Indie Hookup. You got a business, you got a service, you got a product, then you need advertising. Radio is still one of the best way to advertise to get your business, your product, your service known. We'll produce a commercial for you that you also can use on your social media. We'll even add visuals to it for your social media posts. To get your commercial done, contact us at theindiehookup@gmail.com. That's INDY hookup@gmail.com. Get your commercial done today.
Yeah. Something tonight. Maybe we can either do this or not. Yeah. Lil' mama kinda sassy with it. Old school, so she classy with it. Answer the dancing as we did it. She got freaky but not nasty with it. I can't deny it, like, yeah, I'm with it. You ain't gotta be a groupie, baby. Sweep you off your feet like a movie, maybe. Even though most girls do be shady, I can't hide from the sunshine. Give it a try just this one time. If it don't work, it's just one time. Go back to my old ways. Call up girls from the old days. Reminisce like the OJs. But I'm a player looking for an owner. Trying to give you my heart, I hope you're looking for a donor. Incognito records.
Smile all the time, and you can be the girl I shout out and all my rhymes. You can be my main, not a girl on the side. And you don't need to watch, cause I give you all my time. Yeah, they can hate, but they do it cause we shine. Okay, if they holler, no, they do it cause you're fine. Cause when you say no, just tell me that you're mine. Girl, it's time to decide if it's gon' be.
You can be my girl, whole fan in the stands. You can be the pleasure or the drama to the plan. You can be the reason I don't wanna leave town, or you can be the reason that I wanna leave now. You can be the girl that I knew would stay down, or you can be the one that I knew got around. You can be the one that walked with me through the door, or you can be the one that asked for tickets to the show. Only call when you need something, only call when I'm off something. Keep it real, girl, stop fronting. We can chill, try to start something. Before your flame gotta spark something. Hold hands in the park, something.
Smile all the time, and you can be the girl I shout out and all my rhymes. You can be my main, not a girl on the side. And you don't need to watch, cause I give you all my time. Yeah, they can hate, but they do it cause we shine. Okay, if they holler, no, they do it cause you're fine. Cause when you say no, just tell me that you're mine. Girl, it's time to decide if it's gon' be.
I can be down here for you. I'm your man and you're my boo. Or I can get around and do what I do. In every other town, got a girl like you.
Baby girl, it's either one or the other. You can leave when we done, or we can fight over covers. I can know your girl, but never meet your mother. Be hated by your pops and grilled by your brother. Or we can spend Christmases, exchange mistletoe kisses, sis. I can show you what the difference is between them lames and the real thing. About $1, but it's time for a little change. Feel me?
I can be the one that make you smile all the time, and you can be the girl I shout out and all my rhymes. You can be my main, not a girl on the side. And you don't need to watch, cause I give you all my time. Yeah, they can hate, but they do it cause we shine. Okay, if they holler, no, they do it cause you're fine. Cause when you say no, just tell me that you're mine. Girl, it's time to decide if it's gon' be.
firm neck with a ginger back. Kiss me and I'll kiss you back. Freak, work it out, not freak you back. The shack, oh yeah, they bumping that. Pushing through the crowd like a running back. Where your girlfriend, your cousin at? Hemmed up on the wall, going done with that. Party girl, get on the phone. What they can't do, so you go home alone. Yeah, maybe this Patron to get you high enough for dawn. I think I want a party girl.
I think she likes me.
Party girl, party girl, party girl, party girl.
I think she likes me.
Party girl, party girl, party girl, party girl.
I think she likes me.
Party girl, party girl, party girl, party girl.
Listening to The Hidden Thought, courtesy of Just Chat with Bree on KYBN Radio. Back with more of the hidden thought. Hey, I would like to send a shout out to all the wonderful parents out there who have really done your job. Your kids, your children, the grown-ups that you've produced, they speak for all of your hard work. I know many of wonderful, beautiful people, who really are a walking example of what their parents put into them. And that's not a downer on any of our parents. Our parents gave us what they had to give. They did for us what they could, or they did for us what they could do, being in the condition of heart that they were in. And that was all that they could do. I'm simply discussing what it looks like when it's done properly. I'm simply trying to give some type of explanation as to why many of us misrepresent ourselves in the way that we do. There is a school of thought out here in the public that you just wanted to do that. That's why you did it. No, you just want to make excuse for people. Who wants to be that screwed up? Is that what people really want to do? To be that screwed up? Come on, man, ease up. There are a lot of judgmental people out here. This lack of compassion that I'm talking about. When it's your time, you want all the understanding in the world as to why you didn't do something properly, why you didn't represent yourself properly. But you got an excuse for that. You have no compassion for other people. So how can the world get better with this lack of compassion? Of course, we have to cut people off in their bullcorn, because people do, you do have people who've learned to get over on people and play on people's emotions. People who never intend to straighten out a thing, but they've learned that they can play on your emotions in order to get you to excuse their incompleteness, something that they never intend on straightening up with themselves. I once heard a guy say, if you lend something to me, you just gave it to me. That is one of the most rotten things that I've ever heard an individual say. And they're out here amongst us. And this is the reason why we must have a point of reference. Without a point of reference, people like that can say to us anything that they want to say to us. They can do in front of us anything that they want to do in front of us and have it pass. If we don't have a point of reference and some guts to stop them in the midst. But again, this all goes back to physical might, because that is what runs the earth today. You could see someone dead in the wrong and really have a desire to stop them. Not just anybody, someone that's dealing with issues that's directly relating to you. But you ain't gonna stop them. Not if you think that there's going to be a physical confrontation that you don't think you can win. And that's what's going on in life. In politics, in insurance policies and rates and everything. There's someone who has a body of goons that will come out and take your stuff or take you. And we act like we don't know that this is what's going on. Could it be that we're cowards? Cowards, maybe? I should say that low. Cowards. Yeah. See, that's the hard thing about these hidden thoughts. This hidden truth, the actuality of what's actually going on with us and with others and how we relate to each other. Really, when it comes down to it, we straighten out things that we think that we can, that's not going to cause us a physical confrontation that we don't think that we can win. So on the backside of all of that, what we do is philosophize with the butt kicking that we're taking in society. We make it about policies and procedures when our grandmothers knew how to straighten out everything that the policymakers and the politicians are doing. Our grandmothers ran households for all of your mothers and fathers, your uncles and aunts. They had their burial policy in place for themselves. They didn't have to wait until they died and somebody have to scramble to get monies together to get a cremation because they can't afford a casket. They had your insurance policies laid out, so that you could go to the doctor if you needed to. They had money stuffed under the carpet, for emergencies, because if they're old enough, they remember, the Freedmen's Bank and how they put their monies in there and someone just took it. And so our grandparents on fixed incomes had the wherewithal to put together scraps and cover the whole family. Couldn't cover every last single thing, but you were covered. You never had too many days where you were hungry. You might have to wait for some school clothes or something like that until, someone could afford it. But when it's all said and done, you made it. So why can't, those who run the world figure out how to make things good for everyone today with their, doctors of finance and doctors of business, MBAs and all, because they know they're playing on our emotions because they have the army. They have the police force. They have a goon squad, so that what they say goes. Have you ever wondered what makes boys do the things that we do? Through Snakes and Snails, the reader receives an insight that allows the reader to partake in an honesty about men that has never before been shared. For the female reader, Snakes and Snails is a hidden treasure. Immerse yourself in Snakes and Snails, a view into the male mind from A to Z.
Available now on Amazon, Kindle, and Ingram Spark. Once you pick it up, you won't be able to put it down.
Welcome to The Hidden Thought. Come with me on a deep dive into the reasons behind our motivations. The Hidden Thought is not a place for debating, for there's nothing to debate, and devil's advocates are not welcomed here. For your precious time, I simply offer my unique and different point of view that in my humble analysis, we may find the reasons why we do the things that we do. All based upon the concept that no one wants to be the lesser representation of self. In these series of introspections, the purpose is that we solve the mysteries that have kept us from getting on to the better parts of our walk. A moment to contemplate your hidden thought.
Love Vibes. Hey, this is Ricardo Love from Love Vibes on KYBN. I just want to tell you about this great tool called the Getting to Know You Experience.
The Getting to Know You Experience.
Getting to Know You Experience. What it is, it's a game that's not a game that you play, quotation marks, with one other person, a group of people, even by yourself, to find out compatibility. What you want, what they want, what you desire in a mate, what they desire in a mate, what their philosophies about relationships are, and what yours are.
Compatibility.
In one setting, you'll be able to find out if you're compatible with this person. This is an excellent, fun tool to find out if you want to be their friend, their lover, their soulmate, or you don't even want to be associated with them at all. You can't just sit down and ask a million questions with people, but this game, that's not a game, gives you an excuse to get inside, to find out, to not waste your time. It's called the Getting to Know You Experience, and you can get it at
payhip.com/qualified 2 love.
That's payhip.com/qualified2love for only $2. The Getting to Know You experience.
Back in the days, and you can play it all the way through. Side one was the one that got the party started, and the slow jams were on side two. You never had to skip to a song, and if you fell in love, the music was the one to blame. And something's wrong with the game, everybody sound the same. And I think that this is such a shame. That's where I wanna put the needle on the record. Turn off the radio, cause I don't wanna hear it no more. I don't wanna hear it no more. Put the needle on the record, dust them off, put them on, and play it over again. And over again. Cause the music playing got you feeling so good. Getting so excited like I knew you would. But teacher, let's get one thing understood. Put the record on. Remember back in the days when you heard a pretty melody and it made you feel a certain way. Like when you're listening to Stevie's Marjorie Moore, or reminiscing to some Marvin Gaye. I wanna get that old thing back. So please bring it to me so we can fall in love again. Cause music, I don't wanna lose you. Everybody's misusing you. So let's take it back to put the needle on the record. Turn off the radio, cause I don't wanna hear it no more. I don't wanna hear it no more. On the record, dust them off, put them on, and play it over again. On the record, cause the music playing, cause it feels so good. It feels so excited like I knew you would. Teacher, let's get one thing understood. Let's get one thing. Put a record on. Put a record on for me. For me. Do you remember how it used to be? How it used to be. It made you feel so good. You can dance all night long. All night long. Wanna do. Yeah. Put the needle on the record, baby. Put the needle on the record. Turn off the radio, cause I don't wanna hear it no more. I don't wanna hear it no more. Just come on, and play it over. The old record, baby. On the record, baby. Cause the music playing got you feeling so good. Getting so excited like I knew you would. Teacher, let's get one thing understood.
Lately, we've been talking on the phone, and you've been telling me how you feel. And I've just been listening, wishing that I would have met you about 5 years sooner. So happy, yeah, baby, you would be my everything. So happy I would be, and I would do everything for you. So happy we would be. Now we would be a nice, cozy little family. Maybe with 2 or 3 babies running around looking like you and me. Oh, I wish that I was there with you. After your first heartbreak, baby, I wish I was there with you. When he left you was there with you when you made your first mistake. I wish I was there. Wish I had met you sooner than now. Much sooner, baby. That we would be much more than just friends. Wish I had met you sooner than now. That we would be much more than
Kill me slow, tear me apart at the seams. Give me some, then you take it all away from me. Remember when I used to rush to your arms? The nights they never ended. You love me endless, now we pretend it's not over when we know it is. Break me down, tear my heart out if you please. I'm your fool, I'll come back every time, down on my knees. You give me pain, blood red nerves, I'm ready to bleed. And take my money, 'cause I won't need that honey. Where I'm going, they got plans for me. Every time I get up, you just pull me back in. Every time I try to run, there you are again. Fuck that, get it out. You got me running in circles and I don't wanna hurt you, but do I have to spell it out? You got the nerve to be selfish when you know I'm so helpless to your magic. Damn, you got away with words. You really know how to talk a girl down. Oh, darling, yes, I heard, 'cause they've been talking all over town. Well, here I am again. I was floating in the wind, my soul was lost, but with you I'm found. You're so holy, let your touch wash over. Come on, lover, won't you lay me down? Kill me slow, tear me apart at the seams. You give me love and then you take it all from me. Break me down, tear my heart out if you please. I'm your fool, I come back every time, down on my knees. You give me pain, blood red love, yes I'm ready to bleed. And take my money, 'cause I won't need that honey. Where I'm going, they got plans for me. Fuck that, get it out. You got me running in circles and I don't wanna hurt you, but do I have to spell it out? You got the nerve to be selfish when you know I'm so helpless to your man. Every time I get up, you just pull me back in. Every time I try to run, there you are again. Fuck that, get it out. You got me running in circles and I don't wanna hurt you, but do I have to spell it out? You got the nerve to be selfish when you know I'm so helpless to your magic.
Floating through a body of guppies on fish scales. In a hotel lobby, I check in, I'm upstairs. Now they want to party, they call me and come here. Who has the Bacardi? No Myers, I want clear. Sophisticated curve.
Take a deep breath. We're going back in for more of The Hidden Thought.
My next question. Why is it that you have some people that can't wait to interject themselves into a conversation, even when it's about something that they have very little to no knowledge about? And then as they get to rambling on and everything, and it becomes apparent that they don't really know what they're talking about, why don't they just stop? Why don't they save themselves? Because they're trying to salvage themselves. They keep talking and they're fishing for answers. They're fishing for, evidence of things that where they can have some relevancy in the conversation and end up landing in a place where I started bad, but I ended up sounding like I kind of know something about something. Hoping that the more knowledgeable people in the conversation give them a pass on their landing. Say, okay, you were sounding kind of wacky at first and everything, but you kind of landed right. Here's the problem with that. It's the whole old familiar concept of you give some people an inch and they'll take the galaxy. You give some people an inch and then they'll interject themselves into other conversations where they're not knowledgeable about the subject matter. And they'll go on and they'll go on. Some people cannot wait to get their point in. It's almost like they're not even listening to the conversation. Because if they were actually listening, they'd probably have less to say. But they're waiting right there on the hinge of your words, And so that's why, and it's like when it happened to me, it's such and such, blah, 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 blah. And you just let them ramble out and everything. And you're like, okay, I've just let them expound, as far as they wanted to. We actually have gotten to where we're stopping the conversation just to let this person, talk. And then you attempt to go on to other parts of the conversation. And so in looking at things that, I looked at it, we can blah, 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 blah. It gets to the point where you recognize they're not listening and you must stop the madness. So what do you end up doing? So and blah, 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 and as I was saying, some people you really have to do that too, because they're so anxious to prove their intellect, that they're of some intellect. And I'll be dang if it don't go all the way back to the parenting that they did not get at home. When someone does not help you confidently understand who you are and what you possess, you will go out into the world trying to prove that you're somebody, that you're really that smart. If you have a sibling, younger or older, and one has gotten more acknowledgement about a thing, the other will try to compensate to prove that they're as good too, because they don't want to be left out. It's simply up to the parent to recognize that this is going on so that everybody can be given their equal share, not only, and so that attitudes can be adjusted. Because when you don't adjust attitudes of the interjectors, they go out into the world and become haters. Yes, your family members, your brother, your sister, you. Always trying to upstage someone. Trying to be the one who ends every conversation. Nobody else's word is good enough. Only what you said. All the time. It's a problem. It's what causes frustrations and fallouts. Everything goes back to parenting. Example: water sign people, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, who are functioning at the highest of their maturity are simply noble. Not perfect, not many of us are, but noble. Cancer, the leader of the water sign family, desires the preservation of family at all cost. Scorpio, the water sign organizer, tolerance is exhibited in acts of loyalty. Pisces, the water sign communicator, is the grandparent, one who is completing the life cycle of the human experience, looking over his or her grandchildren, capable of exhibiting patience due to possessing the wisdom of days, capable of having heart-to-heart conversations with any adult, and capable of returning to one's childhood in order to communicate with the smallest child. Water sign people possess a higher level of sensitivity than other elements within the zodiac. Water sign people possess an intuitiveness that goes often before a confirmation of knowing. We recognize it as them having a hunch, a suspicion, a premonition. The more their hunches, suspicions, and premonitions are actualized, the more the water sign person begins to rely on conclusions without an investigation. Their suspicions have been correct so often that even when they so happen to be wrong, they still have the feeling that they were actually right. Water sign intuitiveness is aided by a vivid imagination. This can aid at seeing deeper into one's motivations and the motivations of others. But remember, water is as much secretive as sensitive. Therefore, when those water sign influences find themselves in the wrong, and they are not functioning within the maturity of self, they may have a tendency to reshape a narrative. To reshape a narrative in efforts to appear to be in the know. Which returns us to my initial point. Everyone wants to be in the know. Everyone wants to appear knowledgeable. No one wants to be the lesser representation of their more perfect self. No one wants to be less than perfect. Learning why we fail to reach our more perfect self is why you've landed here. You're forever welcomed at the Hidden Thought. We are all energy. I'd like to thank you for allowing me to connect to yours, and thank you for being right here with me to uncover your hidden thought. Today's show has been brought to you by the Black Nova Experience, Qualified to Love, Odie's signing service, and Your Life Back. Wouldn't you like to have your life back? Come again, because we're going in. Thank you for allowing me to bring to the surface your hidden thought.